Guys, what I like about the Contax T2, it's fairly small, compact, it looks sleek, very nice looking camera, it feels good in the hand, has some heft to it. I'm not going to say it's built like a tank, but it's got a solid feel to it. I wouldn't want to drop it on concrete, that's for sure. Maybe grass you'll get away with it, or dirt, but use the strap and you won't have to worry about dropping it. I like that it has exposure compensation. That's a big plus. It is only aperture priority, but you're limited in the aperture priority mode. Even though it's an f2.8 lens, you can't really shoot it at f2.8. When you put it in 2.8 aperture mode, the camera kicks into fully automatic. So depending on the conditions, if you have a neutral density filter on here, and that will force it to kick down to 2.8 in certain situations, depends on the film speed you're using. It is f2.8, but the conditions got to be right. I like that it has a flash. Flash comes in handy. You got the aperture priority, like I said before. It's got a self timer. You could shoot in manual focusing mode. I've never tried it. It takes a CR123 battery. Again, it feels good in the hand, not too small. I mean, I use this with a SLR or another larger rangefinder on my body as well. So I'll have two cameras. Got the 38mm lens here. Maybe I'll have my Contax G1 with the 45, or the Olympus OM1 with the 24 on it. So it's small. It's nice to have a small camera. The Carl Zeiss lens is a big plus. Now, what I don't like about it, I don't like the way the shutter feels when you cook the shutter. It feels more like a point and shoot, which it is, I know, but it's a premium high-end point and shoot. Now, if it felt like a G1 shutter, oh, that would be awesome. I kind of don't like the lens going in and out and covering every time, because that's electronic and that's mechanical. It's gonna break sooner or later. Especially when you're paying $600-700 for a camera like this, you don't want that thing to break. But that's what we have. What else? It's got a top shutter speed of 500, 1/500th of a second. I don't like that. I think it should be at least 750 or 1,000. That would be killer. So I don't like that. I don't like that you have to put it at aperture f2.8 and it goes into auto mode. I wish it didn't do that. I wish you had a dedicated f2.8, especially when we're paying that price. I don't know how much these cameras were going when they first came out. I do know the G1 was selling for over $2,000 back in 1995 to 1999, and the G2 was going for $3,000 plus. So I'm guessing this was over $1,000 camera back in its day. So brand new, yeah, but these cameras are old already. I mean, they're 20 years old. So depending on what type of condition the previous owner used it for, and how many rolls of film they put through it, that's we don't know when that shutter's going to give out, guys, or we don't know when something's going to break, like that lens going in and out. So those are some things to consider. So is the Contax T2 for you? I don't know. Are you willing to pay $600 to $700 a minimum in 2020? I don't know if prices are going to keep going up or if they're going to come down, but in 2020, they're like $600-700 minimum. Anyway, is it worth it? I don't know. Do you need a nice looking camera, titanium body hanging around your neck? I mean, I see it as a Rolex watch in a way. You know, it's a nice piece of gear on your body. So I would probably splurge for it. I don't know. I'm not sure. Not for $600-700. I'd probably get the G1. There's also the Yashica T4, T5 series. That may be a good option. Doesn't look as good as this, but it does have the Carl Zeiss optics. The Olympus XA series, point and shoot. That's a good option. Again, it's got a pretty good lens. Not as good as the Carl Zeiss, but a lot less expensive than this beast. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hey, click the link below if you want the merch. Everybody's a photographer until it comes time to film. That's right, guys. Everybody's a photographer until it's time to roll out the film. You know what I mean. Anyway, guys, that's it, man. The Contax T2. Catch you next time.